What's up, my Barnum Nation? This is Chris, aka Barnum11970, and as always, thank you for checking out my video. All right, this has been an interesting couple of days, and it shows how, at least if you believe in these kind of things, and I don't tell people either any way what to think, I just go based on what I believe, that when you travel down a certain path, you see things along the way that basically show you that you're going in the right direction. And if you look at a couple of videos I made in the past couple of days, we had one, the video about the Earth and are we a native species, and I talk about the fact that was man really meant to eat meat? That was the first one. And then just the other day, I run into a video of somebody they posted on Facebook, and I talk about that military people, about the cruelty to the animals. And then today, again on Facebook, somebody sends me a message. Well, actually, I see just a picture of the way they were slaughtering this cow and how cruel it was. And it just shows that sometimes you're on a path that's just going to show you things. And if you keep seeing the same scenarios over and over again, if you pay attention to it, you can actually search inside yourself and pay attention to the clues and maybe discover something or move to another level. May not work for everybody, may not be agreeable with everybody, but if it works for me, that's all that matters. So it actually made me think, why am I so affected by animals and the cruelty towards some of them? And I had an epiphany, I guess, as I was thinking about this stuff, because I was wondering, why am I feeling so emotional about this stuff? What is it about it? And then for some reason, two events in my past basically came to my head, things that I totally forgot about. And one of them, I'm 43 years old. Um, when I was a child, as young as I can remember, we had a dog. His name was Major. And I don't know when we got him, but I know it was before I could really comprehend what an animal was. But he was with me my whole childhood, and he was my best friend. And I remember we went on vacation. I think we went to Florida for a week, and we had to leave him behind. And at that point in his life, he was getting really old. He was starting to lose some of his hair, but amazingly smart and beautiful black lab dog. And when we came back, the first thing I did when I came in, obviously we didn't leave him there to starve or anything like that. We had people that would go to the house and they would leave food and water in the basement for him and take him out if he needed to be walked. So, we didn't abandon him. But when the day we came home, the first thing I did, I remember I was probably 10 at best, 9. I ran downstairs to go see my dog, and I opened the door, and I see him lying there with basically half his guts out of his mouth, like he threw up his innards, and he was still alive. And as a 9 or 10-year-old seeing their best friend basically lying there dying, I guess that was a memory I tried to repress for a long time. But that's a traumatizing thing for a kid to see. And ultimately, my parents had to take him, bring him to the vet where they ultimately put him down. And, a 9-year-old doesn't really understand that stuff. And then one other event um, got triggered about 5 seconds after I started thinking about that. Again, I was actually younger in this one. I was probably around 7 or 8 years old, and we went to, it was Burger King, because I remember it like it was yesterday. It's weird when you have memories. They feel like they were just the other day. And again, I'm 43 years old. So I was about 7 or 8 years old, and we were sitting outside a Burger King. I remember it was in the middle of the summer. And then all of a sudden, I remember seeing across, there's a highway that was going, right in front of this Burger King. And I remember seeing this dog going across the street, or trying to get across the street, and it got hit by a car. And to this moment, I could still hear the crying yelp that dog made. And it actually got hit a couple of times. And I think I remember what caused me to like pay attention to it is hearing that yelp and the pain. So I guess that maybe those are the triggers that cause me to be maybe the person I am as far as sensitivity wise and caring. But it's amazing how you can think about things and how things will stick in your life. And sometimes you just maybe forget about them and traumatizing events and stuff because things like that when you're a child, that can affect you. And the funny thing is, with my dog Major, that affected me so much that I never had another dog since. After he died, I hated dogs. Never wanted one around me. I mean, I'm not cruel to dogs or anything like that. I don't try and hit them or, you know, do anything like that. But I don't think I could ever have a pet dog. I actually tried at one point a couple of years ago to have a pet dog, but I just couldn't have the connection. So I think that's why I'm a cat person at this point. But yeah, he was just a one of a kind dog. I loved him, and it's a traumatizing thing. So maybe that's something that we all need to discover in ourselves. Why we have maybe anger issues, or somebody that's an alcoholic, or somebody that's an abuser, or whatever. And sometimes maybe we just need to stop and think about something in our past. And if you have similar things coming at you all in the same time, because they say things do come in threes, and that's exactly what happened with this, that maybe it is, your subconscious or something trying to just say, all right, you need to focus on this. So I want to thank the people that left the kind words and everything. It was very considerate. Um, I like the fact that I care and I give a crap enough to feel when I see something getting injured and being tortured, because that's basically what it was. And some people made some very good points about, different alternatives and, you know, people who hunt and do it the right way. They're not trying to torture or anything. But I just think it was the fact that the animal basically being tied up and tortured, I think is just excessive, and it affected me. But you know what? If the worst thing in my life is I'm a person who cares too much and could be oversensitive, I guess there's worse things in life to be. I'm not an axe murderer. I don't go around stealing money from old ladies. I don't go on YouTube spreading hate and trying to hurt other people. I just care a little too much. Not really a bad thing. So I actually feel a lot better thinking about this stuff, and I love the fact I could share it with you guys, because it might be a select few, but those select few that are here that care definitely matter to me. You may be strangers, but you know what? We're all humans, and we're all supposed to be connected, and we're all supposed to get along and care about one another. So the select few that care, thumbs up to you. I thank you. For those of you who have never been here before, we would love you to subscribe and be part of the Barnum Nation. If you appreciate this kind of stuff, just give it a thumbs up, share it with some friends, and give us your comments what you think. I don't always say you have to agree with me. I just ask you to be adult about it. And if you have an alternative perspective, share it with us in a way that helps us all learn. So until next time, this is Chris signing off. And once again, don't forget to have your trolls spayed or neutered. Peace.